What's up everyone? So we are in the accountants. Usually we start the day off in the gym or my apartments, but this is kind of behind the scenes stuff that you guys should see as well. And so we just went over 2017 and 2018 there, and it's amazing. Things are on the up. I'm not gonna lie, like oftentimes people are kind of afraid to talk about like business and money and the behind the scenes stuff, but I think that's kind of like a little bit fake, and you should be a bit more honest with your followers and let them more kind of into the behind the scenes stuff. That is director's report and financial statements from the period ended 31st December 2018. We nearly tripled our company salary, so yeah, I'm buzzing. So now we got to quickly run off to the bank. We have to do not even a transaction, we have to do a transfer, and then we're going into Penguin, my book publishers, sign a couple of copies. So today's going to be a fun day. It's Monday, we're back in Dublin, back in the grind. Paris was great, but let's get to work. This is the room that we just had a meeting in. This is where I always have my meetings with my accountants, and it's beautiful. It's like a really nice room, Dublin city centre. These are the offices where my publisher, Penguin Books, is based. It's actually a really cool building. So we're gonna go up here, we're just gonna sign a few copies, have a chat about everything, and then we're gonna go to meeting number 3 of the day at 2 p.m, which is the Think House. So I might get some lunch in between now and then too. Hey, what's up? It's Rob Lipsett.
Hi, Aikman.
Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, baby, top of the rack. Hey, what's up? Sorry, I just saw this here and I'm like, boom, there it is. Top shelf, baby. Make me look important. An amazing weekend, which is great.
And you're off to Australia then?
Yeah, on Thursday.
Oh, Thursday, okay.
Thursday, Friday. It's kind of like, I don't know what day I arrive on because there's so much like time difference. But we've got loads of collabs lined up, so we won't be going too wild.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it'll be a very fitness trip.
Brilliant.
Well, hey, there he is. What's the crack? My book dad. This is Michael. He's my book dad. Like pretty much, he made this happen. I'm great. I'm actually in the best mood ever. Sun is shining. Start the day with this little kind of peanut butter ball. I'm sure it has loads of calories in it, but it'll be easy to eat on the go. We're gonna have a flat white, and then we're gonna hit the gym and just eat afterwards. This is the first thing I'm eating today. I know I follow intermittent fasting, but even when I'm breaking my fast, I like to still say big meals till the end of the day. Just a personal preference, and helps me stick to calories better. Eat this, go gym, and then we got a lot of kind of editing and emails and stuff to do, and pack for Australia. Okay, because I'm going for like a month.
What are you doing at home? You're usually in Dubai.
I know, yeah. So I'm home for 3 days until I go to Australia. Good to meet you, man. I really appreciate you saying hello.
Yeah.
Cheers. Sick, innit?
Oh, that's so
It's the nicest thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so grateful for that. Like, this is crazy. Yes, my man. Smashed it. Love to hear it. That Monday positivity.
Absolutely, yeah.
Love it.
Like you say.
Appreciate it, mate. Thank you so
Cheers.
much. Yeah, I'm
Thanks,
killing it. Have a great day, man.
You too,
Thank
man.
you.
Keep it up, right?
Feeling the love in Dublin today. Just happy to be home. Maybe I'll just walk around Dublin during the day a bit more often. Just hanging, drinking coffee. It's a good vibe. Push day today. Absolutely destroyed chest. Definitely plenty of nice wine and bread consumed over the weekend, so we got lots of energy. So yeah, let's go in and hit it. Alright people, so I want to make this video as beneficial as possible, and seeing as we start off the video in the accountants, I think this is a good time to talk about this topic. Online on social media, people don't like to talk about money. I don't even like to talk about money much either. It's it can be boastful, it can be in your face, it can be rude to talk about money, and it's something that, a lot of people say you should keep private. But that's not very helpful, is it? Like, I would love if more YouTubers made videos on how they make money, how they fund their lifestyle, how they got started, and, you know, really go into things. Like, I would listen to that myself. So I was like, you know what, today that's what I'm gonna do a video on. So I'm gonna title this video something like how I made my first 100K on social media. It's all right. Let's get into it. So straight up, okay, my kind of demographic, my field is the fitness industry. So there is actually so many avenues that you can take when in the fitness realm and when combining that with social media. So straight into it, I want to first off say, you can be big on social media, but not very good business-wise. And you can be very small on social media, but really use that following and be very business savvy. Like, I know people with like 10K followers and they clean up because they're just really smart with their following. And then I know some people who've got 100,000 followers, but they're not that business minded and they don't really make that much money off social media. So I just want to put that out there, that you don't need like this massive following in the millions to make a really good living off social media. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to your business mind. So with that out of the way, I think that's good for people to know. Let's go into the first things I ever did to get to my first 100,000 euros. I'm gonna put a few pictures on the screen here, and it's like what you need to do to make $1 million in a year, what you need to do to make 100,000 in a year. And what I used when I first started, the kind of mindset I got myself into, it was, I said, for me to make over 100,000 euro per year, I need to make 300 euro a day. Okay, so keep that figure in your head. Once I had this figure in my head of 300 euro per day, I said, okay, how am I gonna go about making this? So the first thing I did was sell online coaching. And now I started off by my whole social media career by doing informative posts on Facebook. Okay, Facebook was big at the time. So I put out all these kind of like mini articles as statuses. People would tag their friends in it, people would send it to each other, and then people would actually message me being like, hey, could you put me together a plan? And I did them all for free. I was like just kind of messing around with this, and I was like, yeah, sure. You know, here's a training split, here's some nutrition guidelines. People would go off, and like I do again, I just give them for free. People would go off and they'd follow it, and they'd come back to me with these like killer before and afters. So I was like, okay, ding, bingo, there's an idea. I'm going to start charging for this. So that was the first thing I ever did. And I remember I would do everything myself. I would like really spend a lot of time on this. It was very time consuming. One-on-one via email and Skype calls and, you know, video chat and stuff. I'd consult people, and I would charge about, I think it was 180 euro for about 6 weeks. And then I did other packages like 6 weeks, you know, 12 weeks for this. I do discounts for returning clients, and that was it. It was just one-on-one online coaching. So, you know, it was very hard work and it was actually quite time consuming. And I've learned how to do it so much better in recent years, but that was the first thing I ever did. So like I said, this was becoming very time consuming. So the next thing I did was go on to ebooks, okay? And so with an ebook, these were just generic PDFs that people could buy and just straight up follow themselves, and would have guidelines on how to customize it to yourself. And now I remember the main kind of ebook that I sold was 30 euro, okay? And now at this stage, a little bit more onwards in my social media career, I'm putting out so much content. You know, I'm posting daily on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, getting thousands of views, okay? Putting out so much value, informative content, okay? I said to myself, yo, is it that hard to sell 9 fucking ebooks a day? Like, it's literally 9 times 30, okay? Like, is it that hard to sell that many a day? Right, no, it's not. And so if you've got a product that's maybe 20, 30, 40, okay? Is it that hard for you to sell 9, 10, 11 items a day? It's really not, okay? And like it's, if you're using social media properly, if you're putting out content that's gonna help people, it's really not. So the next thing I started on was public speaking. And now the first public speaking I did was usually as a guest speaker at events. And so okay, you gotta think about it like this, right? To be able to stand in front of a crowd and speak in front of people and do it well and get people to listen to you, it's actually a rare skill to be able to have. And it's something that I've been doing for many years, and I was terrible to begin with, and I've got so much better over the years, but it's something that a lot of people can't do. And so when you're doing something that a lot of people can't do, you can charge quite well for it, okay? You've got a specific skill. So, you know, you can make, I remember I started off and I get a couple of hundred per day with that. And then now in recent years, some of the talks for big companies that I've worked with, you can get up to 10K for a day. So public speaking is very lucrative, and again, that was one of the first things I did. Of course, that is kind of, my skill set has grown over the years. So next up is YouTube money, okay? 4 years ago, my videos were not getting as much views. Of course not, and you know, I was just starting out. They're not going to be that high, and things are going to snowball and grow over the years. But I think it was in my second year of YouTube that the ad revenue started to pick up to a significant amount, and you're getting a couple of €100 a month. And you know, that doesn't sound like much, but it actually kind of covers a lot of your expenses. And that's the next thing I want to go on about. In 2014, 15, 16, I kept my expenses so low. I didn't go out. Like, people see me traveling around, going like partying and going out nowadays. But like 2014, 15, 16, when I was in the startup phase of doing all this, I was living very frugally, and I was really saving so much. And so that's something that you need to understand that you're going to need to do when you first start out. You don't think that you're just going to start a business and you're just going to ball out and just be having all this fun. No, okay? That's what people see. Like, now they see me like enjoying life a little bit more. They don't see the first few years where I was living in a place that I hated. Like, I was literally working loads of these part-time jobs that I didn't enjoy while I was getting my business off the ground. So the start is going to be so hard. You're going to be living frugally. You're going to be driving cars you don't want to drive. You're going to be living in places you don't want to live. You're going to be working side jobs that you don't want to work. But this is just the reality of it, and this is what you're going to have to do at the beginning. So now we're going to go on to kind of how things have grown over the past couple of years and how I continue to make money off social media. But to answer the question off this video of how I made my first 100K from social media in my early 20s, that was online coaching, that was ebooks, public speaking, YouTube ad revenue, and with that I aim to make €300 per day, and that's what I did. Question answered. So later on into my career, there's a few other revenue streams that came into play, and this is where I'm currently at. So I still do everything, all those 4 points that I spoke about before, and nowadays I also have some more serious sponsorships, okay? So that is when you will, you know, work with a company on a regular basis. You'll have a contract and you'll receive a certain amount per month. You can get bonuses and stuff like that. And usually you stick with, you know, some core companies. So for example, my gym wear sponsorship is Alphalete. My sports nutrition sponsorship is Ghost, which I'm sipping on now. And then I also have a fashion brand that I work with, so like jeans and jackets and stuff, and that's boohooman.com. And then so they're my ongoing sponsorships, and then you can also do one-off brand deals. Now this is when you just work with a company maybe once or twice. Okay, so an example of this, I have worked with Lynx, you know, the deodorant. I have worked with Microsoft. So these are big companies that have really good budgets, and they'll pay you for just like an event or maybe some one-off posts, okay? And so they can be quite lucrative as well, especially if you really fit into the demographic and the theme that they're going for. Next, in recent years, or not even recent years, like in the space of the last year, I've started doing my own events. And so this is the creatoragency.com. I'm the director, CEO, 100% owner of this company. And this is where we bring content creators together and business owners to talk about their journey. Really simple. I came up with the idea because I just watch so many talks online. So like literally I constantly have a talk playing in the background when I'm doing anything. So I was like, I should just put on these events myself. So again, they're always such a good day out. You know, we've done 3 sellout events in the past year, 2 in Dublin, 1 in London, and now I want to take it more international. I want to do ones in Dubai and even LA. I think that would be amazing. So again, brands sponsor this as well. They set up stalls. It's like a mini expo. So that was one of the best moves I've done in recent times. I also have my own app now, and so we spoke about online coaching at the very beginning, and this is my way of scaling it. So we've got a software in place that allows people to read their plans so much easier. I've got a team behind me to help me put the plans together. I still oversee everything, make sure the plans are okay. I still run the Facebook group. I'm there for all my clients, but I do have a team making sure everything is running smoothly. So with any business, you're going to need to scale it up, okay? If you want to grow, you're going to have to learn how to delegate and scale it. And these people that help me with my app are also great in terms of advice and mentorship, when it comes to marketing. So on top of that, I am business partners with the gym, Raw Gyms Dublin, and we do also have an academy in that. So this is where we teach people to become personal trainers, and we certify them with some really good qualifications. And now we've kind of taken this down for the past couple of months because we just had not even problems. The feedback of the courses were so good. We just had some issues with staff, but we're definitely going to get that up and running again because everyone who's done the course got so much from it, and it was a very successful business. Last but not least, recently I did get my own book deal with Penguin Books, and this is currently one of the best sellers in Ireland right now. So I'm absolutely delighted with that. When you're doing all this, you need to be like, okay, I'm providing some benefit here. I'm providing some value. People, you're not getting paid for nothing. Okay, you're not getting paid for nothing. You need to be putting out good content that's going to help people improve their lives in anything. So everything I've listed there, online coaching, ebooks, public speaking, YouTube content, sponsorships, brand deals, my own events, the app, the book deal, the personal trainer academy, right? All of them help people in some way, shape or form. So once you kind of focus on providing a good service, that's when the money is going to come your way. So that's it. That is how I make money. Again, I hope other YouTubers would do this. I know it's a hard thing to talk about, to let people in on your income sources, but I think it's really helpful, and I would love to hear more YouTubers do it myself. So if you did find this beneficial, if you did find this interesting, please give the video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who may be into social media marketing or want to go down the route of online business as well. So guys, thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next video. Keep it real. Peace.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper.